how to make this upcoming year your best school year yet, because those are the vibes that I'm trying to enter 8th grade with. This year I really want to go into it fresh and go out of it feeling like that was a good year. If you guys are feeling like that too, I'm gonna share with you some advice on how to make this school year one of your best yet.
Love pouring out like a faucet, revive it in me.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and join the fun and like this video. So today's video is gonna be a highly requested video. Well, you guys requested middle school advice, and my original idea was to do a 7th grade recap and give you guys some advice from my reflection, but I decided since school's about to start again, I would just combine the two ideas and do a how to make this upcoming year your best school year yet, because those are the vibes that I'm trying to enter 8th grade with. So I wrote down some of my advice and some tips that I would follow myself going into this new school year, and I'm gonna share it with you guys today. So yeah, my mom just went into Jimmy Jonah, and got her a sandwich.
What in the skibbity are you doing?
Oh, Mommy, don't stop. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna touch on is summer preparation. You guys could be preparing for your school year even right now, because for me, my school year starts in less than 2 weeks. Even a week before school starts, you guys could be starting to fix your sleep schedule. So going to sleep fairly early and waking up fairly early, just to get into the habit of falling asleep early and waking up early with no problem, and just doing simple things to start your day off productive. Because I mean, that's one of my biggest things. I am not ready to have to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning every day. It's just like crazy, because I don't feel like I get enough sleep, and that is very important when it comes to your daily performance. Just get in the habit early. Also, with starting off fresh, I would recommend to cut out any people from the previous year that is holding you back from success. To be honest, I have not been talking to a lot of people this summer. I just feel like it's summer, I have more alone time. I get to go into the new year with a new circle. If there's anybody from the previous year or from the summer that you just think you don't really need in the new year, just silently distance yourself. I also decided to cut out Snapchat because I started using it last school year and it got kind of like draining. It just became very toxic, so I stopped using that and I cleared out my storage. If you guys have a computer for school, organize that, clear out your storage so that you can have room for more schoolwork. Deep cleaning everything around you so that you can really go into the new school year with a fresh start. I would also use the free time that you guys may have this summer to create yourself a schedule. And what I mean by that also ties into fixing your sleep schedule and waking up early and starting your day productive. I would build simple habits that you may find useful throughout the year, like waking up early, brushing your teeth, praying, getting clean, eating healthy, less screen time. I would practice all of those. Getting new school supplies and organizing all of it, that will get everything ready for the assignments and all the work that's gonna fill it up. If you start off with like a messy binder, you will find it so hard to keep track of everything. So I like to start off the year with fresh binders, nothing in it, organized, dividers, and then as they come, it's all organized. And once you open it, it's like, I want to do that. If you guys have like a stationary area where you do schoolwork, that's like a desk or just wherever you do your schoolwork, I would organize that too. Deep clean it. Do what works for you as far as forming a schedule for yourself to follow throughout the school year. It would be so helpful to have something to look at, to follow every day, but it is definitely okay to not keep up with it every day because that's unrealistic. But yeah, I would just try for it. The next thing I want to talk about is very important. It's all about academic excellence. I've personally been working on my grades ever since coming back from online school, because that's when it started getting real. I have learned some good habits for getting good grades. I wrote everything down on my iPad on Notion, and I just wanted to show you guys because it's so cute and organized. Drop downs, that's how I'm gonna be organizing everything I say in this video. Stay on top of the work from the very beginning. We have an advantage where in the beginning of the year, the work pile starts off slow And then as you get deeper into the year, usually the very middle of the year is when it gets hard and all the work starts coming. At the very beginning, take advantage of that less workload and start tackling the assignments as they come. That way you can avoid getting tangled in all the schoolwork when it starts piling up, and then it'll get even more discouraging to get rid of all of it. So just tackle each assignment as it comes, but don't forget to do your best on each one of them and do it effectively. So yeah, I definitely recommend to get your work done as soon as you get it out the way, and that'll prepare you for all the assignments that are waiting to come. This one's one of my favorites, taking notes and planning. This one, I'm asking my mom right now to give me a new planner, an academic planner. No. You're gonna need it. Like, well, you don't necessarily need a fancy academic planner, but I've seen some great results with having a planner and journaling and just writing things down. There's so many ways to do that. You can make a note in your phone, you can write it on a piece of paper, you can write it in a planner, really anywhere. Some habits that I have found work for me, and again, do what works for you. Take this advice and feel free to improvise. When you're in class, just listen. All it takes is for you to listen closely to what the teacher's telling you, because that is really the key to learning everything. Listen and take your own notes. My school does slided notes where they provide the notes, but if not, take your own notes that you can understand and refer back to. It will really help with studying, and studying is not something that I have always done, but I found that studying is a necessity, because as soon as I walk out the school doors, I don't remember anything. So definitely need to study. You don't have to have a planner, but have something that you can write all of your assignments on, all of your due dates, everything that you have to do right now, because it is so easy to forget when we have lives outside of school. Sports too, I have to remember that I have a game at this time, or maybe I have to practice a cheer, maybe I have a project due on Friday, I have homework, anything, just write it down. That's why I want to get an academic planner so that I can keep it. Just hear me out, mommy. This is gonna help me get straight A's.
3 backflips, a somersault, and a split, and then you can get it.
I'll be dead by then. I want that little thing, that little academic planner, so that, because it's small and you can have it in class with you, so that when the teacher tells you, oh, and by the way, there's that you can just write it down in the moment, because you might forget that too. And this is optional, but I would either have something separate or use that same planner to write down life things. We never know how each day is gonna go. I like to kind of plan for the week and write down in my planner what I'm trying to do. I gotta film a video on this day. For example, you could, at the top of the week, you could write down some small achievable goals for the week, like answering once in every class, which is also a little mental goal that I have for each day in school, is to answer at least once in each class. That way I'm participating. Okay, the next thing, my favorite, I think, organization. I love organizing everything, and I kind of went into this when I was talking about organizing your school supplies, but organization is key, mental and physical. I would keep your notebooks, binders, pencil case, folders, backpack, everything organized. And I know you guys are probably going school supply shopping soon if you haven't already, but if not, I recommend to get only what you need to minimize clutter. I usually get I got 4 1.5 inch binders, which is so much to carry. I think this year I'm only gonna do I might do 4 binders again, I'm not even gonna lie. Just get only what you need. But honestly, one big binder works as well, because you can have dividers. If you guys are wondering what has worked for me, is the 4 binders for each subject: science, math, ELA, and social studies. And I have dividers that divide up each unit, and then putting in my papers in chronological order. So in science, I'll have dividers, and there will be a cell section, and every paper that I get during the cells unit, I put it in there in order from newest to oldest, if that makes sense. And again, with your desk or anywhere that you do schoolwork, keep that clean and organized, because your environment matters. I'm sorry guys, it is so droopy outside. Now I'm gonna share with you guys some habits to practice to improve your grades. Take it from me, I went from A's, B's, and C's to all A's and 189. Okay, not a full B, it was an 89. I was 1 point away from having straight A's. But I have been all about working on my grades. So what I have struggled with, and I'm still getting better with this, is asking questions. And that sounds a little bit cliche, but asking questions is so helpful. Not just asking like your classmates questions, you can, but they may not always have the answer that you need. So asking the teacher questions is very important. And I know it can be scary because sometimes it feels like you don't know everything that you're supposed to, or they may make you feel stupid, but most of the time their intention is only to help you. Just give it a try, because at the end of the day, it's only going to help you. If you go home and work on an assignment that you still have a question about, it's going to be 10 times harder than if you just bite the bullet and ask your teacher the question. So some study habits. When you go home after school, study your notes. Remember, study about them notes. Take good notes, and when you go home, study them. If your teacher provides review games, play those. I know there's even review games online from other teachers you can play. That's really helpful. Try to act like you were teaching the material to someone else. I do that too by either just saying it out loud, like, okay, so just talking to the air, like, so the Pythagorean theorem is it works. Or you could set a timer and study everything that you can, and then get a blank piece of paper and write down everything that you know. That's practicing having the knowledge without looking at something, so that when you take a quiz or a test, you're able to pull that information out of your brain without having to look at notes. Always try your best in and out of class. In class, being an active listener, asking questions, writing those notes, and out of class being those good study habits. And also watch videos on the topic that you're learning, and that'll possibly help you absorb new information or remember some information that your teacher told you. So enough about academics. The next topic that I'm going to talk about is protecting your energy, which is also very important for having a good school year, because you want to protect yourself, the way that you feel throughout the year. First, I want to say, just be careful about who you keep around. In school, it's always good to have a friend, a good friend, but you don't need friends. And it's always quality over quantity. 2 good friends is better than 10 fake friends. Observe who you're keeping around and how they make you feel. Don't be afraid to kindly distance yourself from people whose energy is no good. And when all friends fail you, God and yourself is all that you need. And just overall, stay at peace. Don't entertain people, things, or drama that don't serve you, and just always rise above it. I've learned to not even associate with people who are attracted to drama and toxicity, because that will start to transfer onto you. Like, if someone gets around you and they're trying to project their ways onto you or try to gossip to you, just kindly reject. Like, the choice is yours, whether you want to go back and forth or entertain it or not. Tell them that you don't want to talk about that person. Always be the bigger person. When the darkness tries to dim your light, when people try to project their anger onto you unrighteously or give you problems, James chapter 1 verse 19 to 20 says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Remember to fight evil with peace. Be quick to listen, slow to respond, and slow to get angry." Now the last little segment of this video is gonna be fun. Just have fun. Try to get involved with everything that your school offers: sports, clubs, extracurricular activities. Don't be afraid to try something new or get into something that may interest you. It may be a little scary, especially if you don't have that much experience, but it's worth it, and you might meet some really good people. Don't worry about what other people think. I probably wouldn't have met some of my friends that I have from cheer if I had never tried it. I mean, when I went into it, I had no idea what cheer even was, but I mean, once I tried it, it was one of the best memories of 7th grade. So I definitely recommend that. I also tried this new thing that I'm doing in 8th grade. I applied for it last year. It's called Peer Buddies, and my school offers it. It's basically where we get paired with one student with a learning disability, and we basically help them with tasks like learning, cooking, cleaning, socializing, and we get a grade on it. And I just think that is so amazing that my school does that, because that is just such a good way for the students to connect with people with a learning disability and vice versa. It's very good for character development as a young kid, learning patience. I mean, I still have that void with my little sister, so practicing that, patience, and just love in your heart, that is so good. I mean, don't get into everything. Make sure that it's still a light load on you. Too many extracurricular things will start to crowd your schedule and overwhelm you. So just pick a thing or two to occupy your free time. Totally worth it. And my last thing I want to talk about for this video is to just be yourself. And this deserves its own section because being yourself is so important, not only for school but life in general. And that is one of the biggest things that I've struggled with throughout the years, is being myself. And I've noticed that it has a really big impact on the way that I act, the way I feel about myself, and just the way that I live my life. Really connecting to who you truly are, and that's gonna play a part in making friends and relationships. Who you are is who you're gonna attract. So if you are being your true self, people like you are gonna flock to you. But if you're adjusting to everybody as you go, you're gonna lose your true self inside. So, and I started to notice that within my own experiences, that every one of my friends, everybody that I interact with, they're completely different people. Like, how is it that I can get along with this person and then I can go over here and get along with somebody totally different? And I started to realize that that was me not standing my ground in who I really am, and just kind of adjusting to everybody as I went, and that's not really a good thing. So yeah, I've definitely gotten better with being myself because I've been praying a lot more and just including God in it and asking him to help me with it. And I definitely want to go into 8th grade right off the bat starting to be my authentic true self. And I really want to encourage you guys to try to hang around people that are like you, that have similar spirits. And if there is no one like you, which is very common, that's okay. And at the end of the day, it's you and God. Start to connect with who you really are on the inside. If you believe in God, ask him to open up your eyes and your heart to the beautiful person that he has created. I mean, I can definitely say that it's hard getting along with people as I flow throughout the year because there's just not a lot of people like me. I just want to say that being yourself, being at a point where you can be yourself anytime, any place, is so important. Something that you should definitely start practicing early because because it's the key. It's the key to being confident and being secure. And life is just so much easier that way. Thank you for letting me talk your ear off. That's all I have to say for advice on how to make this year your best yet. And I'm definitely going to be taking this advice into 8th grade. I'm so excited for I'm like a little bit excited for school to start. I'm excited for everything that 8th grade has to bring, but it feels like summer is ending way too early. I hope you guys took at least something from this video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Yeah, you want to see so bad. Good luck on this upcoming school year. I wish you guys all the best year yet. It's my last year of middle school, guys. It's my last year. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for all the back to school vlogs, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye. Cause even in the darkness I can see what's for me is for me. It's mine, it's mine.